Yo, what's going on, y'all? I had to come out of hiatus so I can give my POV, my perspective, opinion, views on this. The statement, the hashtag, you guys know it. You've heard it. All lives matter. All lives matter is bullshit. Nobody cares about voicing to the world all lives matter. The use of the phrase was as people who have criticized all lives matter is just a distraction to the agenda that the Black Lives Matter movement is trying to implement. And also, the social media version of rolling your eyes. You know how you roll your eyes at something that annoys you, bothers you? It's that, oh, here we go. That's what I get whenever I hear or I see people use the hashtag, the statement, all lives matter. They only use it when someone says Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Oh my God. All lives matter. Come on. Jesus Christ. You know, like, but let's be real, people. Let's be honest. Can I do that? To be honest, we know the All Lives Matter statement was influenced and created based solely on race. Because out of all the groups in this country that bring awareness to situations and circumstances that plague people that look like them, act like them, whether it's your gender, religion, sexuality, disability, age, race, it seems like Black Lives Matter is the only group that gets shut out or somehow get replaced with something else. A replacement that is very irrelevant to what's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. All lives matter are never is never a countermeasure. It's never a countermeasure or a distraction when it comes to other groups. So why is it a distraction and a countermeasure for just Black Lives Matter? No one goes to a Latin Day parade and go, Happy Ethnic Race Day. No one goes to a Christian Day parade and go, all religion matters. You know, no one goes to a LGBT rally and go, all sexuality matters. Heck, you don't even hear women after they pray go, a woman. No, you don't hear that. So again, why out of all these groups that exist in this country, people take issue with Black Lives Matter and want to distract that particular movement? Because the critics, the motive for ALM is due to race. And if I'm lying, then answer this question. Just sit back and think about this for a minute. You guys remember when the movie theater shooting happened a couple of years ago with James Holmes, the shooter, and he was shooting and targeting at people regardless of their race, gender, sexuality, age, religion? Remember that? When that unfortunate situation happened, did anybody see any tweets or comments relate to this tragedy with the hashtag All Lives Matter? When the Boston Marathon bombing happened, did anyone see any tweets that said All Lives Matter? When the Paris shooting happened last year, you seen Paris flags on people's avatars in the social media world. But did anyone see the hashtag All Lives Matter relate to the Paris massacre? Nope. The only time you'll ever see All Lives Matter is when it had anything to do with Black Lives Matter. ALM was created to distract from an issue that is specifically bringing awareness to a system in place that are allowing police officers to get off with hardly any consequences. Not guilty. Charges dropped on them. Probation. Temporary suspension. Hardly doing 25 to life. Majority of these police officers who implement these type of brutalities, these, these unfortunate circumstances, they get off light. There's impunity with it. I mean, it's like, hello, court system. Hi, yes, Black lives should matter. Why do people with badges shooting us? Why are they using excessive force? Why are they allowed to go off and do this to black people? Do this to black people and then aren't there aren't any repercussions. There aren't any consequences for it. Why? That's what the Black Lives Matter movement is saying. Why? Stop shooting us. Stop abusing us. Like Rodney King saying, can't we all just get along? Seriously. And also another thing about Black Lives Matter is that Black Lives Matter isn't a black man thing. That's another thing I heard someone say. Someone says, well, Black Lives Matter is a black man's thing. No, it's not. Because we seen cops use the same tactics on sisters, too. We seen it happen with the Sandra Blands, the Marlene Pincocks, the great-grandmother that got beat up on the highway in California when, she was getting arrested. We seen a situation with the young lady that was brutally arrested during the McKinley pool party incident by that G.I. joke. We seen it happen with the Spring Valley situation where the young sister was in classroom and she didn't want to get up, so the police officer slung her around like a wet towel. We seen it happen with both black men and black women. So, no, Black Lives Matter isn't a black man thing. Black people are raising awareness with this particular movement. You may agree or you may disagree with it. That's your prerogative. You may agree or disagree with certain people within this group, their motives, their agenda, their ideas and solutions. But the truth of the matter is, regardless of all that, regardless of what you agree or don't agree with, this is a group that is specifically speaking out against police brutality. And they should be able to do that without other, and they should be able to do that just like other groups. They should be able to raise awareness to situations and circumstances. And in order for them to do so, can we please stop throwing these irrelevant distractions at them? All lives matter. Black on black crime in Chicago. Oh, poverty. Look, black people, regardless of their financial backgrounds, where they come from, whether they have or don't have a criminal record, they are all met with police brutality. Black Lives Matter movement has nothing to do with saying the other races don't matter. Black Lives Matter not saying Asians, you guys don't matter. White people, you don't matter. Hispanics, Latinos, you guys don't matter. I mean, if that really was the case, then you can say the same about all these other groups that speak on an agenda that fits their narrative. Reality is, people, we are a melting pot with different ideas. Life would be very boring if all of us were to have the same POV. Black Lives Matter should be able to voice their concerns, their plight, just like every other group or movement who raise concerns or talk about the plight that goes on within their groups. So stop denying and distracting from the issue that the Black Lives Matter movement are voicing with this all lives matter bullshit. Because if all lives really mattered, then different groups based on race, religion, gender, sexuality, age wouldn't exist because everyone's agenda would exactly be the same. So, in conclusion, all lives matter will speak out against police brutality regardless of who it's affecting. All lives matter will speak out against sexual harassment regardless of age, race, gender. All lives matter will speak out against violent crimes regardless of who it is. All lives matter will speak out against wars regardless of where you're from. All lives matter will speak up for same-sex marriage regardless of your race, your gender, your age. All lives matter should speak up for equal pay between men and women. That's how all lives matter hashtag should be used. All lives matter should be a very broad and powerful message and movement that speaks for all people, regardless of who you are, what you are. But unfortunately, this amazing phrase, all lives matter, is used to discredit, deflect, distract one group out of all groups that are looking for justice and fairness. And that, my people, is why all lives matter is bullshit.